I don't know whether members want to play politics. Firstly, people every day say something about President Zuma in this country. Should I stand every day, take everybody to court? You say a lot of things about me. Should I do so? If I were
you
to
can
do
take
so,
me to court. You can, no, nami ngiyakhuluma.
He's answering
this is
you,
not your house.
Honorable Malema.
This is not your
Honorable
house.
Malema,
This is
it's not
Parliament.
your turn. Honorable Malema.
Point of order.
Honorable
Everyone
Malema.
speaks here. This is our house.
No,
Yes,
Honorable Malema, you have
can
asked
take
your
action
question.
against me. You can take action against me. Is the firing of head of the Hawks. So you are dealing with an incompetent fellow here who has been given a task by your good self,
Honorable Malema,
and yet
your
is
time
unable
has
to
expired.
come back to you as to when should you pay back the money and how much.
The Honorable the President.
Honorable Speaker, firstly, I've never interfered with any institutions, and I will never do so. And secondly, I have no case against me. The NPA dropped the case, not influenced by me, on its own accord. 2, there is no case against me about Nkandla, or no pending arrest, nothing. You will recall, Honorable Malema, that when the headlines came, they said I've squandered 250 million. That's how the headlines were. The task team of the government investigated. They did not find that I took even a penny. The SIU also investigated. They didn't find that I ever took even a penny. The public protector equally made the same finding. I never took up a penny on what was happening there. Then the public protector made recommendations, and recommendations are not verdicts. Recommendations are recommendations, subject to be taken or not taken if there are recommendations. It is only a judge verdict that you have got either to go to prison or pay the money. If there is a recommendation, that recommendation has to be subjected to those that the public protector reports to. And Parliament, an appropriate body, has dealt with this issue and made specific directions, which include that the executive must work on this issue that we are talking about. And that's the Minister of Police has said it in public that at the end of March, he's going to conclude and come back and make the report. So I don't know why the issue of pay back the money. In the first instance, a recommendation is a recommendation. It cannot be equated to a verdict. I hope lawyers, you have them there, I'm sure they will help you to interpret this. Thank you very much.
Now, Mr. President, there seems to be a culture in South Africa where if you are politically connected, investigations don't take place against you. Now, let me give you a practical example. On Monday coming now, it will be 3 years.
Honorable members, please let the Honorable Maimane ask his question.
Yeah.
Please proceed.
It will be 3 years since I laid charges against you for corruption in the Nkandla Public Protector report, which there's been no investigation on that one. In November last year, I laid charges against Mr. Brian Molefe on the basis of the Public Protector report on the state of capture report. Now, I think we can both agree, in the interest of justice, if a citizen lays charges against someone, they must be investigated. I am here to ask you, as a sitting president who wants justice to work, whether you would support a view that the criminal charges I laid against Mr. Molefe must be investigated
Do you have a question?
on the basis.
Actually,
That's
your
the
time has
question.
expired.
The question is, should the criminal charges against Molefe be investigated in South Africa?
Point of
against
order.
charges
Point
against-
of order.
Don't make it as if it is the first time when Zuma is the president. Because there are specific issues. And there is no shadow government. We have a government that is appropriately as possible, within the capacity, given every other thing. So, don't mislead the country to think that people don't want the ANC government. They love it. They love it. If you don't love it, there's nothing strange. You are in opposition. If you love the ANC, I can tell you, they will take you out of that leadership of yours, of the DA, if you did not. Now, the issue of the one that we are mentioning now, of the metros, I can tell you, if we went to elections now, you lose them. Because, no, absolutely. Because people realize they've made. And I can tell you, next elections, you'll never have these metros. Never.
Deputy Speaker.
Never. And I can tell, we can tell you why these metros were sort of tied. Because you talk as if you won them with slight majority. Not at all. You had to talk and beg other parties to help you form the municipality. That tells you it could have been for anyone. You had to do many things, not to sleep negotiating to get the parties to be on your side. In fact, you are being threatened by EFF that they may run away. You might find yourself out of it, in actual fact, because it is a small little thing of cooperation with other parties. So don't talk as if you won this with overwhelming majority. You know anytime you can lose it. No, before 2019, we are encouraging us to cause a re-election in these places so that we can take our thing back. Absolutely.
Deputy Speaker.
In any way, I think, the final question is, I think the people of South Africa did not make a mistake by electing me as the president of this country. I'm fit and I'm doing it very well.
Deputy
Thank you very
Speaker.
much. 769, 700, listen properly, 769,820.
The Honorable Lisoma.
The president has said absolutely nothing to the question. And then he laughs.
Honorable Dlozi.
This is not Trevor. I've been telling him this is not Trevor Noah's show.
No, I think you must
He
take
comes
the
to
house
laugh
seriously.
at us. He comes to laugh at questions in parliament.
My laughing is not hurtful, it's healthy. Thank you very much. I don't know how to stop my laughter. Is it hurting?
Your
You are
question.
asking that you must not waffle. You can laugh, you can do
No,
anything, but don't
Honorable
waffle.
Thank you very
Shibambu,
much
please
if I
take
can
your
laugh.
seat.
Thank you very much if I can laugh, because I will always laugh. It is now public knowledge that the National Executive Committee of the ANC resolved to recall me as the President of the Republic. I have also learned that before I respond to the initial decision, a new decision has been made by the ANC, whose effect is that I have now been compelled to resign by way of a motion of no confidence set down for tomorrow, 15 February 2018. The ANC is indeed the party of whose nomination, on whose nomination I became a candidate for the presidency of the Republic of South Africa after its victory of the national elections of 2014. It was on the ANC's nomination that I was later elected by the majority in the National Assembly as the President of the Republic. I am forever indebted to the ANC, the liberation movement I've served almost all my life. I respect each member and leader of this glorious movement. I respect its gallant fight against centuries of white minority brutality, whose relics remain today and continue to be entrenched in all manner of sophisticated ways in order to ensure the continued survival of white privilege. I do take seriously and am grateful to the ANC that in the face of its revolutionary mission to ensure a better life for all and the creation of a non-racial, non-sexist and democratic South Africa, it deployed me at the pinnacle of its role in government. I was also elected in terms of Section 86 of the Constitution, and from that moment pledged my loyalty to the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa